and you invest in yourself so we can invest in the future. Make sure you guys smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Make sure the bell notification stays lit. We're going live at a moment's notice. You guys don't want to miss out on these things for sure. So stay tapped in. We're going to go over the market, but this is one of those shows that I want, as many new projects to pull up, a little bit of free marketing. I almost should have put free marketing on the title. Of course, we're going to cover the market, talk to everybody about what's going on, see if the crypto market is bouncing back. It seems like it's starting to get a little bit of traction, a tad bit of traction. So we're going to go into that as well. We're going to let the stream fill up, but then I really want to find some gems. So if you guys got some gems, some projects that you guys been looking at, or maybe some project that you guys think that deserves, somebody to check them out, let me know, because we're going to check out these projects. I want as many projects to come up. I don't care if you're invested 2, 3, post the ticker. So let's get this stream filled up and then start posting tickers about what you guys want to check out. Let's go ahead and jump into what's up, fam? What's up? Welcome in. Welcome in. Like I said, post your tickers. We're going to fill this up right away. So get everybody up in here as you can. And then we're going to get into this, just checking out everything that's going on. Like I want as many tickers. Maybe the next show, I'll call it free marketing, because this is the best way right now on this stream, while the markets are not doing too good, to get a little bit of new eyes on your project. And we've been knocking it out the park. We'll see if we have one of those streams today. We never know. Sometimes it's 500 people. Sometimes it's 1,300 people. Sometimes it's 50 people. But we run it anyway. So it's up to you guys how many people you guys want to see your project. So make sure you guys like and subscribe and share this on your TikTok, Facebook, and all that good stuff. So let's jump right into it. We got BTC. Actually, we got ETH up right away, because I was looking at this, because that short that I posted was pretty cool. Appian and Kite. Okay. Oh, Sapien and Kite. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Get those tickers in here. What's up, Saphir? How you doing, broski? So we're going to go over this actually really quick, because this chart right here shows you why it's important that we pull up, and we grind together so we can shine together, because we're just constantly refining this thing. This market can do whatever it wants, but, when you come back and check the receipts, it's pretty nice to be able to do that. And you come over here, this was way before it broke, and we're actually going to check this out. So let's check it out.
That I almost drew.
It's funny seeing myself, because I don't like, it's like when you do something, you don't want to see it, but this is, let's go ahead and jump right into it. Let's jump right into this guy right here. Who's this guy?
You've seen this gap right here. Oh, we've been talking about this for a while, remember? We talked about this funny shape that I almost drew. You guys can get the idea of what's almost starting to come out. It wasn't me being bearish, a couple of weeks ago. It's just like, hey, we were pretty hot for a while. We started to break underneath the 50 moving average. You can kind of see price starting to trend down. And, if it broke underneath this mark right here, this 200, we were going to see some lower prices. Somebody even said during the stream, they're like, whoa, don't tell me $2,500 ETH. I don't think that's sounding too crazy right now.
Is it sounding too crazy right now?
Feeling, we're not at $4,500 ETH. We're at $3,500 Ethereum right now. And how in the heck do we have this line already drawn out, and ETH is literally bouncing right on this yellow line that we have drawn out? If it bounces off of this and it can trade back to the upside, that's even better, right? This is what we would want to see on the
pull up, smash the like button, fam.
Bouncing on this, we break past that 50 moving average, which we see it right here, right? It's trailing down. If we can get above that thing and break above the point of control up here, we go back to the upper value range. This upper value range is 4,800. That's the market's back roaring. Dang, I just lost power. Have to go to mobile. Man.
So let's go over here to Ethereum really quick, because we got this up, and here we go with ETH right here. We are all Rico. Let's go, man. You already know what's up, bro. Honestly, man, it's gonna be fun. I'm letting you guys know it's gonna be fun, bro. It's gonna be fun. And here we go right here. This is what we were talking about on that short, which was days and days and days ago, and that's why you guys, got to pull up and get some of this stuff, because this is free game. This is free game. And here we go right now. This is the break underneath that 200 moving average and coming exactly to that lower value range. Not because I'm a guru, not because I'm better than anybody, but this is what the chart is telling us, right? And then we have this other gap that if we come down lower and we break underneath this value range, this is where this, 2,500 ETH starts to really look like, hey, maybe we're going to stop there. When you zoom out, you see all this past price section right here. You're like, I understand why. I get how price can come back down to this, because time and price will find each other. And that's exactly what's happening right here. We didn't do no guru stuff. I didn't cross my legs and fly away on a magic carpet, anything like that. We're simply just reading the chart and using the fibs, fractals, and filters. Honestly, shout out to Blunt House. Amazing man. And make sure you guys pull up on Tuesdays and Thursdays and also on Wednesdays when I actually have them up on the stream. And if you guys can, yeah, keep posting the tickers. When we go through this, let me know if it's a ticker on deck screener, if it's a token or a coin or something you guys want me to do some technical analysis on, let me know so we can check that out and get that done. But here we go right here, exactly what we talked about ETH. And like I said in the video, I wasn't being bearish on anybody. I'm not like, okay, I'm bearish on you guys now. You guys were bearish on everything ETH, right? No, that's not the case. What's actually happening, let me turn on this party social media account. What's actually happening is, we're just following, we're just tracking price. We're literally just tracking price. And eventually you will actually start to appreciate being able to track price. You're like, you know what? I like being able to do that. I like to be able to block out the noise. And whether they're trying to sell me something or push something, then I'm not, I'm just doing this. I'm just following the representation of what money is actually doing. And go figure, you actually get a little edge like that. All coin gecko just holding. Nice. Man, get these communities in here, Dave. Yeah, get them all in here, man. Like, I want this to be like, a solid stream where I know the markets are testing us, but sometimes when the markets are starting to bounce back, if you can find some gems right around here and the market roars up with the gems that are being produced at this current moment, they usually turn out to be some winners. So right now is when we want to find something that's on a discount, something that's basically starting, because there's probably something that's going to print for us if these markets start to turn around. We're going to go into BTC because ETH is doing what ETH is doing. It's definitely got some work to do, but we're going to go into BTC and kind of get a better look. So as far as ETH, obviously we're most likely going to trade sideways right here. And you guys know about this little mouse, right? And this is why we talked about even possibly going lower. 200 moving average, if it keeps curling like this, this is the, let me see, let me draw this out. Fire Chicken, welcome in, fam. Get your communities in here, bro. I need some solid gems. I'm going full degen mode because when the market starts to bounce back and there's a little bit of the sentiment changing a little bit, this is where we find low cap gems. My gem is TK. I bet. But we could find some low cap gems, something just starting off, somebody building some stuff, some new developments, something going on right now. I want you guys to scour the telegrams and find some hitters right now for the channel, not just for me, but for all of us. Because we've seen this kind of pattern happen before when the market starts to turn around and anything that's just coming out or, something that has been holding really strong and the market's turn around, it will go back up with the market. So this might be the chance that we start looking at things. Clash is right back at $50 million market cap, and it's looking like it's ready to break out. Clash is super bullish. It's starting to pick up with the momentum. Clash moves with the markets, and I think it always actually will. They got a really solid community, great people over there. So let's keep moving. Let's go to BTC. Ethereum right here could be breaking down a little bit more. We'll keep an eye on Ethereum. It moves pretty slow. Let's go to BTC next. And yeah, just check out what we're doing. You guys let me know what you guys want to look at. Okay, so what's going on with BTC on the daily? On the daily, what's going on? Let's get rid of this because we broke that. Look at this. We can let's even remove the candles for a second just so it doesn't look as noisy for everybody. Look how clean that looks. Daily chart just letting us know what's up. And same thing, man. If I go back and find that short, what's up, GD? 33, let's go. Same thing. If I go back, I might even produce that short because I talked about the same thing on the short as well. And talked the same thing about like I did on ETH as I did for BTC was this buy signal off to 200 looked it good. But when you're breaking underneath this 50 moving average, which is the blue line, and it's going up and tapping it the first time, how many times, like at some point you guys are gonna be like, this little mouse game is real. First mouse gets to squeeze, second mouse gets to damn cheese. What mouse do you want to be? Honestly, you're gonna have to pick which one you're gonna be. You're gonna have to pick which mouse you're gonna be because you're gonna be one of these two mouses right here, one of these two mice. And the same thing happens when it's flipping to the upside, right? It's bouncing off of that and then going back up. So right here, this is where we talked about, hey, the first mouse is getting the squeeze. I saw the buy signal. I said, be cautious on this buy signal because it is the first attempt trying to touch the 50 moving average, and usually first attempts fail. And if we come down here and don't hold the 200, we come to the lower value range. That's exactly where we're at right now. Like I said, no magic guru stuff, no crystal ball, reading price on a chart. Let's make it as simple as possible and just do simply that. Could you trade this chart? and using these signals, and we're going to talk about where you guys can get these signals as well. I wouldn't feel right having them and you guys not having them. If you guys are trading futures, you definitely want this sauce right here. You want this in your recipe. Or, you're an investor. Blunt said the other day, it was like, you're either an investor or you're a trader. If you're an investor, just DCA, buy what you got to buy and just hold. If you're a trader, you better have some filters. You better have some things backing you up, because you'll talk yourself a good game, and if there's too much noise and everybody's convincing you that the market's hot, this is how you'll get caught in something like this and thinking it's turning right back around. You don't even got no indicators to help you out. Next thing you know, it just turns right back around. It gets a sell signal. You're like, oh, we should be good. Flush. And what are we doing? We know because of that lower value range. This is how we found this spot. And when we look back, we can see how relevant that is. This lower value range showing us, hey, you want to pay attention to this section because we've been here before, right? We're probably going to be there again. Even when we go further back and we look over here to these tops, top, right? Resistance, resistance, support, support, support again. So prior resistance becoming future support. You see how time and price came right back together? What's up, B? What's up, Oliver? Gang, man, pull up. I heard some CoinGecko news on you guys or something like that. Get the monkeys in here to post a bunch of bananas, man. Honestly, I'm warming up the stream right now, but honestly, I want as many projects. Like, if there's any gems, I'm going to keep saying this. Like, usually when the market's like this, it could be Oliver. This could be that gem, honestly. Like, when the market's, hey, what's up, Blunt? Got to be able to see structure. Absolutely. Absolutely, man. I must have, Blunt's ears were ringing. He was like, oh my God. If my ears are ringing, that's Rico probably over there. Oh my God, yeah. But yeah, you got to be able to see that. And as you start to see it, I promise you, you will start to appreciate it. You almost be like grateful. Like last night, I was laying down and I was a little bit sent you a DM on X. Sounds good, brother. Sounds good. Let me open it up on my phone. I'll check it really quick just to see what it's about. But if you guys can get that community in here, usually when the markets are starting to find some support and we're seeing BTC somewhat recover, it's still a downtrend on the daily chart. That's what I want to talk about. But this is why I want to shill me your projects session, because usually when the markets, if it does find support right here, which that would be awesome, and it actually wouldn't be abnormal actually. It's actually like, okay, now if we lost this section right here and we come into here, this is where we start all crying. When we start coming down here, this is where we start having really bad days, right? And people start to feel like the sky's falling, especially if you're not shorting it, right? But if we could bounce off of this and the market starts to recover, this is where you want to find these Oliver plays, that XPX play, that Jesus coin play, all of those solid plays that have great communities and are doing something, holding strong during that pullback. Let me check my X account really quick. I got B sliding into DMs, and then we're gonna, it might be something cool, some alpha for Oliver, and that's good for the show. This is not the scripted show. This is the raw and uncut show, and that's what we're doing. So, okay. Okay, cool. All right, I'll check it out. Don't miss the Oliver X space this evening. Okay, for sure. And we'll share that as well. Get the community in here. Like I said, get them to post some bananas. This is the moment where, like, when we have like a week or two of just like we're bummed out, and then we're bored of being bummed out, and the markets start to kind of the feeling starts to feel a little bit better, some support. Then this is a perfect time to get the community back active. Let's shake off some of that stuff and let it flake off of us. So nice. I see the contract addresses. So right now on the daily chart, fam, let's go into BTC. I see the stream starting to pick up the numbers. And like I said, after I'm done with this part, we'll go into Blunt House's page. So you guys, if you're trading this stuff, if you're trading futures, you're going to need this stuff. You're going to want some filters. Otherwise, I wouldn't be doing you guys right if I got this tool and you guys don't. So we're going to be talking about that as well. And then we'll go into your guys' projects, right? We're going to go into just a full shill mode. But here we go. BTC daily chart still sell signal, and there's some divergence right here that I know we're holding some support, but you want to respect that on the daily chart. And we'll go to the 4-hour chart and see if there's more there. But we look at the Fisher transform, there's still some divergence. You want to respect it. And sometimes we'll do these like little V-shaped recoveries, and that could very so happen. But this is the daily chart, and we're just following the trend. So if this is what's going on right now, that's just what I'm going to keep doing. We got the MACD right here. These are, solid red. So there's more selling pressure. And when you're underneath zero, more bearish things can happen than bullish things, right? So there's still some work that BTC has to do. And we're going to go down to the 4-hour chart and see if we can find some support on there and see if we kind of see what's actually going on. And you guys can see I got the candles off. And with this filter, it's like, On one of my screens, I got one screen with like a chart with no candles because try it every once in a while. You'll see how much how much your mind wants to play with you. So here we go again, and yeah, we're finding some support under some green candles, but I don't like the fact that we're trading under off these moving averages, right? We're trading underneath the 200, we're trading underneath the 50, we're trading underneath the 100, which is very powerful, and then we're also barely just printing this buy signal right here, and let's zoom out. Let's see if we find some of that structure again. You can see why price is here again. You zoom back out, and we've been here before. We've been here before. Price and time. It's Isn't that wild how that happens? You got to appreciate it though, right? When you start to appreciate it, you'll be like, okay, it's communicating with me. Let me talk the lingo with it. So I don't want you guys to chase some of these trades and catch a falling knife. More bullish things tend to happen when we're at least above the 50, even more so bullish above the 200 or above the 100, and even easier above the 200 because that's the biggest bearable indicator. But I would be looking like if BTC came back up here and it printed a sell signal, I would rather short it than trying to go into these trades and get rejected. Because when you're trading underneath this red line right here, the 200 moving average, look at this, going back up, rejected. Here goes the 50, going back up, rejected. Going up, rejected. Yeah, we broke above it. Little false breakout right there. Nothing too major, hitting the upper value range, but sell signal right back. When we got underneath these, hit the 20, rejected. And we haven't even got back above the 20. So there's still some things that need to happen with BTC. We're going to get even that more bullish once it's above that 50. It's above the 200. It's above even the 100 first and then the 200. So BTC definitely still has some work to do. Let's go a little bit lower. Let's go 1, 4, and daily and see what we got going on. This is going to probably look a little bit more bullish for everybody because here, and this is a perfect example as well. Like here we are, we broke the 50, we broke the 100, we broke the 200, and moving into these moving averages, there is resistance. We actually broke above it, found support. Up to the 200, rejected. Price comes back down. You can see how a lot of times trading into these moving averages can be like Blunt says, like pushing water uphill. Like that's exhausting. Wait for your setup, wait for your strategy, and that's what it is. Need to get over the MAs to get the confirmation for sure. Rico is awesome. Don't forget to hit the. Thank you, man. Thank you. Blunt House is awesome. Yes, he is, man. Yes, he is. I was actually I was talking to this girl last night. I was telling her about Blunt. I was like, man, this guy's got so much wisdom. I was like, we've been having a good time on these streams, man. Last stream we had over 1,300 people live. That was epic. So really cool. I'm looking forward to see if we can get them on next Wednesday, so you guys can get some of that alpha as well. Something to keep you, not panic selling and more in control of what's actually happening. Either shorting it, longing it, or just going outside and cleaning the yard while the charts come to you, while the price comes to you, and you get a nice little setup. So we're going to be waiting for some of this confirmation. Yeah, the markets are looking good. They're feeling a little bit more bullish, but there's still some more work to do. And I would be more cautious because on higher time frames, even on, you look at the weekly, we're still working off of this sell signal on the weekly. You don't want to you don't want to accidentally, with this thing breaks the 20, you're at 102, and if it breaks this 50 and we're actually in a downtrend, because if you look up here, this is technically like a premium. So, and a lot of things are trading up here. Look at the moving averages; they're really fanned out, and yeah, there could be a little pullback. And to 50 would be nice. That's 101, but you don't want to be caught for 83K, right? You want this thing to at least tell you that we're turning around, and you don't want to get caught in some trying to long, and then next thing you know, it's coming down here to test this upper valley range, and you see some 83K or something like that. And people, you know what, I've gotten over the like, it can't do this. Yeah, I remember, and this is why I was telling this girl last night. I was like, you know what, the level of discipline that has come from making sure to do this right is nice, because there's sometimes, like, I don't know why, and I guess it's like a learning curve as far as charging. Like, there's no way it can go lower because of this, that, and the third. It's like, you don't know that. This thing does not know what you got going on in your life. It doesn't know who's talking on TV. It doesn't care. It's just doing its own thing. And it's a representation of what money's actually doing, and not what people are feeling or saying. And, sometimes, everybody's like, there's no way it's going to go anywhere. Why is there no way? Why is there no way? You know what? I found out that there is a way. I've been in that situation. I've been stopped out. I've been, trying to push water uphill. So I'm trying to help you guys avoid that. And until we get some serious buy signals, then we know that the race is back on. Now here goes the bullish side of all this stuff. Here goes the bullish momentum part right here. I'm going to give it to you guys. The monthly chart. This is where things are, where you're like, is it done, Rico? What's going on? No, it's not done. Technically, we're not looking at candles right now because I want to calm us down from the candles for a section. But if we would have had this indicator, and this is why I'm going to show it to you guys in a little bit and show you guys the website. This indicator told you to buy Bitcoin at 22K. Sheesh. If I would have had this indicator during the last bear market, I was in denial during all this. That last bear market, I was like, there's no way. Delatoshi, Saphir, there's no way it's going to go lower. It can't because it's Bitcoin. That thing went down all the way to 15K. If I would have had it up here, I would have been able to do my thing and short it and then got back in at 22K and went all the way up to 126. So while you guys are investing in your favorite projects, I do want you guys, obviously this is not financial advice. I do want you guys to have the tools that you guys can use in a space to, better yourselves, make life. Maybe it's just a part-time thing. It doesn't have to, you don't have to be a full-time trader, but there is some income sitting on the table that you guys can tap into. And, I know we talked about how we're still some sell signals on the daily, the weekly and all that stuff. On the monthly, we're still looking good, right? Yes, we have a little kink and it's a bit of a point, but we've seen that before. And, right here, we see this here, here, and here. I don't want to see a sell signal on BTC on the monthly. Maybe one flicks on. To be honest with you, I've been contemplating that because I've been watching it on other stuff because sometimes they can turn on and they're flickering on and off. And, maybe one flicks on, maybe one flicked on here and then flicked back off when it turned back around. But we'll see. But right now, there's still a serious gap between both of these lines. And until they cross, we won't get that sell signal. So we put the candle on and the body of the candle is actually holding the T line really strong, right? So that's really good. If the buyers can push that back up above the 5 EMA and turn this line back white, that will be a lot better. Now, if that red line, the white one that turned red, crosses that T line and this body of the candle starts to close underneath this T line, put that on the table. Put that on the table. 88K, right? Put it on the table. And that might be something that we see. And we're going to address that as the markets develop. But right now, monthly chart's still looking bullish. So if we want to stay a little bit optimistic on the market, things are still looking really good. And we'll see how this thing develops over time. All right. So I see the stream picking up pretty good. Thank you guys for pulling up. I'm actually going to go to BNB. And then I'll show you guys how you guys can get this indicator as well. Let's go to BNB really quick. We covered ETH. We showed you guys the receipts from last week, like almost a week ago, when I'm telling you guys about how ETH was most likely going to trade into that gap. And yeah, that's exactly what it did. Not because, guru stuff, just because we're reading price on the chart. That's it. We got the Clash fam man, we're looking good, bro. We're at 50 mil right now. We're looking really good. But let's go into BNB and then we'll go to Solana and then I'll show you guys how you guys can get this indicator. Like I said, get your communities in here. I want this really, you guys can feel like it feels a little bit better, right? Kind of feels better a little bit, right? It's almost like we're bored of being bummed out about the markets going down and now we want to get creative on how to capitalize on it. So that's that moment right now where I want you guys to, get those communities in here so we could do that. Monthly chart on BNB. Let's just see where I set it out here. Man, would you have been okay buying BNB at $253? Oh my God. I'm so looking forward to you guys making so much money off of this, man. And the indicator is going to be there. Imagine if you would have got into BNB looking like a Rain Man because you got some buy signal, breaking to 50, breaking to 20, breaking the T line, breaking to 5, and then, you got this momentum. You would have looked like you would have looked like Nancy Pelosi with this indicator. This is the Nancy Pelosi, Martha Stewart indicator right here, where it's like they're gonna check you for like, hey, how's he knowing this? Because man, BNB at 250 and it rolled all the way up. So BNB still looking bullish on, the monthly chart as well. Yeah, take my money, I'm telling you, right? But let's break it down. Let's see what we're working. We'll go down to lower time frames, but we can stay pretty good. Look at the divergence in this. On this BNB, so that's really good, right? Let's hide that. Look at that. Ooh, that's nice. No red or even, nice and spread out. That's solid. So let's go down a little bit on the weekly chart, work our way down. We'll go to Solana next, and then we'll also go to then the indicator, and then we'll go to your deck screeners. Like I said, I'm getting the space built up, getting the numbers up. If you guys can get your communities in here. If you're not liking and reposting this, and you have a bag invested into a project, make it make sense. Like you'll repost all kinds of stuff. Like repost this on your X. Repost this for your bag's sake, not for me. I'm begging for your bag. Your bag is telling me like, hey, tell this guy please to work harder for his bag. He's posting memes nonstop, but he's not posting the shows. Like, get active. Get active right now. So weekly chart, no sell signal right here. We got the snail game watching. There we go, man. Repost this stuff. We're gonna go to the snail game. Nobody's gonna be left out. We're literally gonna turn this into a full. What are you guys doing? If you guys got a community, get them in here. So BNB on the weekly chart, this would have been nice. 606. I told you at 405. I told you down a little bit lower, 450. But this indicator was clean right here, man. 600. You're looking good. We're still, even with all this selling pressure on the weekly, that's impressive. Like it didn't print a sell signal. That's awesome, right? And this is some of the stuff that you got to be like a statue sometimes if you're trading this like this. You know, you got to be able to just wait for your trade. Rico, I'm liking. Has this works? Great stuff. Appreciate it, man. Thoughts on the snail game? Oh, we're gonna check out the snail game. You guys are pulling up strong, so make sure you guys stay tapped in. Here we go on BNB daily chart. Not surprised, right? Up here we talked about it. We talked about it over here. Over here when it was looking like this. We got that sell signal right by the 50. After all this momentum, I was like, you might want to be careful. Not guru stuff. Just like, hey, I wouldn't be surprised if we broke through this and came to the lower valley range. We're right on that lower valley range. We actually wicked to the 200. And this is what I told you guys that, you know, sometimes they'll trail like this. Oops. You see this shelf right here? And I was like, if it kept breaking, you know, next, if it's breaking underneath this 100, it'll go into this gap right here and trade. Why? Because the 200's right there. And every time it breaks one level, it finds the next, right? The, the 5 broke the T line broke the 20, the 20 broke the 50 broke the 100. And then the next question is, are we going to break the 200? You know, are we going to trade down here, back down to 650? Or are we going to hold on to this 200 right here and break past the 100 again? The 50 is going to be right here. You know, where we trade into this, it squeezes it, gets above the 100, and we start to turn this thing around. That could happen, or it doesn't even have to happen. It could just actually be just a continuation of a downtrend because we're still working on a sell signal on the daily chart. So we could see what can potentially happen to the upside, but right now we got more stuff telling us we're going down than going up on BNB on the daily chart. Now, when we start going to the lower time frames, we can get an idea that maybe this is going to be the support on the 200, and that's what we're going to check out right now. Like, is it finding, you know, areas where it's looking more bullish on the lower time frames, where this could be that support where it starts to trade the chop zone right here? It's going to hold on to this 200 to turn around, and then we lower it right here. Here, let me get that website ready. I'll check it out for you guys. Like that, we don't mess it in the chat because chat is flying. I got the snail game website ready for when we get to that point, so make sure you guys stay tapped in. Like that, you guys don't miss out. Yeah, looking a little bearish, and you can see right here, 4-hour chart. Man, we're still underneath all the moving average. Barely broke to 20, which is nice. Cool, that's awesome. I like that. But we still got the 50, the 100, and the 200, and that's when things get a little bit more bullish in these sections right here. You don't want to keep trading into these because you'll keep getting stopped out. It's like, and I'll be honest with you, sometimes you bend the rules as you get better, and you shouldn't bend them that much. But there is little trades or whatever. They're not runners, they're trades. But in those little trades, that's where usually when those stop outs happen. But the last like 4 or 5 days, I've just been patiently waiting for my setups and catching like trades like kind of back to back, really nice too, and just kind of waiting for some runners. I've been trading on some lower time frames, catching some little scalps here and there, but I've been kind of just doing this same thing because it's fractal, right? This whole little thing is fractal. You can do this same little setup on a lower time frame where all this makes sense to you, and then once it's done doing that, just get out of it. Where did it make sense? Right here. We got our buy signal. We're above the 50. We traded into the 100. We come back down. This section right here is where I start to get where I want to get in. You see this? Because this is trading into the moving averages. I don't even trust it. I'm so tired of trusting it. It's like I want my clear confirmation. This section, this buy signal, and then this big candle above the 100 breaking the 200, that would have been good enough for me to get in. And I would have got in right there, and I would have held. So long it didn't break underneath the 200 or the 100 could have been my stop. Really, I said we would have got in right here. As long as we would have stood up like right above this, I would have been good with that. And here we go trading and bounce off the 200 all the way up here. And that's how you find those trades, right? It's the same thing that you're waiting to happen over here, you know, to get above some on the 4-hour actually, to get above all these moving averages. So you can see your setup on the 4-hour chart and get a kind of like an idea of what it would look like on a lower time frame because it's all fractal. It's all fractal. So the fact that we're bouncing off these moving averages on the 5 minute is probably going to be the same thing we see later on. All right, so that's BNB. We got Solana, one more, and then we're gonna go to all your guys' plays. Honestly, this is a show for you guys. This is free marketing. You know, sometimes people are asking the dev, when marketing, when marketing. I'm gonna ask the community, when community marketing. Get your butts in here. Let's rock this joint. You know. We'll check out Rage Guy as well. Don't stop. You know, don't get exhausted. We got Solana next, and then we go into the Shill part of the show, and we're just gonna have some fun. So, daily signal right here. We're gonna take the candles off again just to take away some of the noise, and I'm gonna show you this indicator after Solana, and just show you guys right here. Daily chart on Solana. We talked about the same thing. You know, it's like the buy signal and going into these moving averages. We don't trust that. We don't want to trust that, right? So it's going up. Boom, coming right back down, broke the 200. We're not shocked that we're seeing Solana come down here, 155. We're not blown away no more. We're like, what? You guys are blown away, but this, after this shakeout and it's bouncing like this on this 200 moving average and then starts to go up into a moving average, this is the case of the first mouse gets the squeeze and second mouse gets the cheese. You can call it Solana, BTC, ETH, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, Nvidia, Tesla. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. This is how price moves on the chart. So we got that first mouse, second mouse, and we can get this little bounce right here. That'd be nice for Sol. And Sol could be on a discount, right? And if we go to the lower time frames, we can see it turn around, but we still got some work to do. Look at this divergence and look at this. See that gap right there? So there's still some work to do. This is what it looks when it starts to turn around. They start to squeeze and flip around. So there's still some work where a lot of times when this little mouse game happens, after it happens, there's some chop trading, right? Which we don't want to trade the chop. We're going to trade the break out or the break down. We're not trading the chop. We're waiting for all these moving averages to squeeze really tight all over again and roll over. They come on down, they squeeze, they get all tight. You see this? The break down, the chop, and the break up, right? Same thing. And that's what we're going to look for on this side. So most likely on Sol, what we're seeing is the section where if it starts to hold down, we hold on to this and we start to see the chop. As the chop continues, and if the markets get back bullish and we see all those moving averages get really tight together, they'll roll over. The minute they roll over, it's either a break out or a break down, okay? Right now, you know, obviously we're having a bit of a breakdown. We put on these candles right here, and we see some wicks pushing it up, trying to hold on to this lower value range, and we'll see if that's what it can do. Shout out to Can Do. That was such a good name. Here we go right now on the 4-hour chart, and you can see how, you know, all of these things are fanned out and they want to come into this. And it could very much so be ready to do this, but you don't want to be that guy trying to trade into that moving averages and into the moving average and you get a nasty candle back down, right? If anything, you want to see it hit a moving average. If it prints a sell signal, that's your short. I'll keep looking for shorts when I'm underneath these moving averages. Shorter. And when it's above, I'm looking for longs. And that has been working out really good for me. That has been working out really good. So Solana still got some work to do. If it gets it done and flips some of these prices, then we'll go to that upper valley range. You know, we got the upper valley range 212, the point of control at 192, getting close to 200. You know, that little round number where people like to either get stuck underneath or the minute it breaks right above that round number, it kind of breaks out. So we could definitely trade to the sections, but right now, most likely we'll trade into kind of a bit of a chop first section and then possibly break up or break down. All right, let's go over here to the deck screener. I know you guys are ready for this. Let me come over here actually first before I go. If you guys are interested, I know some of you guys are looking for this type of indicator. Come over here to this website. If you guys like that indicator that I was just using, you guys want to be able to use that indicator, go to blunthouseta.com, come down to the bottom and contact Blunt for that indicator and get tapped in. Or come in possibly next Wednesday where we can talk about it a little bit more. If you guys want to stay up to date with all things that he's doing, give him a follow over here at Blunt420. And that should be a sign for you Degens in the space. You guys know our numbers in the space are 69,420. Okay, so, you know, there's going to be clues. And this is a clue to get your guys' follow game up and follow Blunt a little bit. Look at the NASDAQ. This is this multi-time breakdown, sell signal. If this thing breaks this sell signal right here, that's a little runner to the downside. everybody's going to be complaining, but whoever is using this right here, this sell signal right there, they're fanning out. They're inside the sell signal. The sell signal right here, breaking the 50, most likely trade down to the 200, what we talked about. Somebody's going to print off of that, even lower down here. So some people will be like, oh my God, the NASDAQ, the markets are down. Are you okay? It's like, yeah, I'm fine. Are you okay? Are you okay? I'm okay. I'm doing great. I'm doing me, you know? I'm doing what price is saying on the chart. And that's what we're going to keep doing, okay? Let's come over here to Clash. I want to start off right here with Clash. We're going to check out Snail. We got Crow and Knife. Oh, man, I miss you guys so much, man. You guys don't even know. There's been a little hole in my heart because the Crow and Knife people faded me. I don't know what happened. Crow and Knife, man. That was fun, right? I like Crow and Knife. That's such a good meme. Who would have thought of that? Nobody. The Crow actually picked up a knife. Let's go to Clash. Let's go to the latest and greatest of Clash first. See what they got going on. And then we'll also, check out your guys' plays. So pull up, fam. Pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up. Shout out to George and running a solid play on Solana. It is about time. We see something that communities can get in, communities can hold. You see things being built, and that's what I like. Same dev with Crow and Knife. Nice. Guy who did Crow and Knife is Snail Dev. Get out of here. Okay. That's pretty bullish. That's pretty bullish. Okay. So we got George right here, probably one of the most Solana bullish plays out there. Let's just admit it. We've been needing this in the space for a while, fam. We've been needing a little bit of this in the space where it just feels better, to finally see a play that's not, doing the same thing over and over. Creator coins are bullish, bro. Honestly, they're crazy. But this is a movement, bro. This is Twitch and Kick and Rumble and Punch and Rollover and all these new streaming platforms coming to life. And it's kind of cool to see this. So, and I'm sure we're going to see more of this. I don't want you guys to miss out, but there's going to be a lot of cool things coming even over here. So stay tapped in and you guys will not miss out. But this is your easy Solana hold right now. If you're looking for a play that possibly has the potential to go all the way up to, hundreds and hundreds of million, I think that this one really can. This dev is not going to fade you. This dev already has a Ferrari, so he doesn't need to dump on you for a Lambo. This dev already has multiple cars. He already has a nice house. He doesn't need to dump on you because he needs this in the third. He's already a Bitcoin millionaire. You got a bunch of guys on X right now just wrecking you back to back because they need it. They want that Lambo. Well, George already has a Ferrari, a Tesla, beast truck, all this stuff. There's almost nothing else he can buy. I don't even know that. So he's just doing this, just sending this thing. I think he's going to take this thing really, really far. And I don't want you guys to miss out. So right now we're at $50 million market cap. We identified this trend before, and which was true. I wasn't telling everybody I was bearish on it, but I was trading like this. I was like, we could possibly continue down. We actually went a little bit further down to like 18. You could have got in right there. Came all the way up, back up to like just about 90 mil. And then kind of the same thing started to happen again. This downtrend coming all the way down. And like I said, Clash is very bullish because look at how it broke out of that downtrend, even when the markets were a little bit shaky. So, you can see how Clash stays really strong. The community is getting stronger. The holder count continues to grow. You guys don't want to miss out on Clash because I think it's not that far away. It can break past 100 mil. A lot of times when they do that, they kind of just catapult to 150, 200 mil. You guys don't want to miss out on that, right? So this is probably the easiest hole where you could put, I think, a pretty decent amount into this and not feel sketched out and probably sleep. You could put 10, 20 in this and not be sketched out and just let it sit and let it cook. Probably a lot more X's on this for sure. This could be a Clash or like a Solana play that takes a lot of the light, especially once it starts to get into the hundreds of million market cap. It can get pretty insane. Starting to absorb a lot of other projects, communities, and be that one project because when it gets into some hundreds of million, like, really getting close to that 500 million. And if it breaks that, it'll go to 1 billion. Like, I've seen plays time and time again, just like when it first breaks 1 million, it goes to like 2 and 3. And then when you first break 10 million, it goes to like 15, 25, sometimes 30. The same thing happens when you break that next level. Like, it's like a game of decimals. And it'll just go up to break 100, it'll probably go up to 200 million. So don't miss out on this thing. This thing's pretty powerful. If it breaks 500, most plays that break 500 send even higher. And I think there was only one meme coin that hit 1 billion and didn't hit 2 and 3. right? I think it was like the Book of Memes. They hit 1 billion and then came back down. But there was a lot of other ones that, the minute they broke 1 billion, they went to 2 and 3 billion. All right, let's go to the next one. Let's have some fun. I see you guys pulling up. Very bullish on Clash. Breaking 50 million, most likely go back up to 100 and go a little bit higher, especially if the market condition changes and gets a little bit more bullish in the space. You're going to see this thing kind of take off really, really good. So let's go over here to the deck screener, and let's actually, what we're going to do, is get Snail over here, because you guys pulled up pretty strong. Let's get your guys' website over here. Let's move this over here. Let's put this, put this over here. Keep spamming the chat where your guys' plays. Let us know what's up. So, okay. You and a super intelligent snail both get $1 billion and you both become immortal. However, you die if the snail touches you. It always knows where you are and slowly crawls toward you. What's the plan? So, here we go. I don't know if we can play this or how to play it. If the snail touches the current MC, 100% of the supply will be destroyed. What? Okay. We got the snail game rules. A snail slowly crawls towards the current market cap. If the snail ever reaches the current market cap, the whole supply is destroyed. And this experiment is over. Win conditions. Stay above the snail for 69 days. Result, the game is won. We go to 1 billion and the snail goes to sleep, ending the game. Okay. Lose condition. The snail touches the current market cap. Result, 100% of the snail supply is permanently destroyed, and this whole project is over. I've never seen it just like that. Just straight up telling you, like, if it touches that, we're dumping everything. So pretty insane. You guys definitely come check this out. Take a look at it. Join their community. Let's go to the X account. We'll go to the deck screener, see where they're actually at right now. Okay. Really good market cap to liquidity ratio. Boy, did that snail get close right there, or what? Was that snail almost? Was it almost over already? But it has really good like market cap to liquidity ratio. So it is on the BSC chain. Okay, we got the Crow people going to the BSC. No dumping. Liquidity is locked forever, and nobody wins. Got it. Got it. Got it. All right, we got the snail game day 2 of 69, and I told you guys earlier we'll go to Oliver next. B. We'll go to day 2 of 69, and we've been saying this for a while. Like 420, 69 are the numbers of the space, fam. That's the code. That's the code. The snail game. All right, some decent engagement. New play, obviously. So check it out, man. Join their community, see what it's all about. See if you guys like it. See if it's something that you guys are interested in. Okay, so. I used to be in Crow with Knife, but they attacked everybody. Yeah, I don't know what happened, man. They went attack mode. I'm not a drama person. The minute I see drama or toxicity, I move around. Like if I'm not getting, if you're not my girlfriend, you're not allowed to be toxic with me. And even my girl, I don't even got one. But if I had one, it's like I don't like to do that. I'm good. I will literally just ignore that stuff. You got to protect your vibe, bro. You got to protect your energy. That stuff. Next thing you know, you're just going in circles with people and stuff. That's a waste of life. That's a waste of life, right? So I definitely don't want to waste my life going back and forth with people, or people like just being toxic in there, and all that stuff. But I do like a lot of people in that community. There's a lot of people that I'm really cool with, and I do think that it's a strong meme. If like community vibe is everything. Like you gotta have like you gotta have like you gotta keep the things positive, man. Honestly, like, cause then there's people like that just they're on some they're on some peace and prosperity, and people don't want to be around that. I know there's a space for people who want to be toxic and stuff like that, but I don't want to be like that. I don't. And we're gonna cover Crow with Knife. Like I said, I see the Crow with Knife fam up in here. We're just stating facts. I don't hate anybody. I went in there and addressed some people. I think you guys have a great meme, but I think there's multiple projects that I've been in where I can't even be in there too much because it's like I'm on my own You know how you reach a point in your life where you get on your little like your little thing, you know. Me was a motorcycle accident where it's like I just want to be peaceful, man. Life is too short. Like I had literally a crazy motorcycle accident that scared the crap out of me. You know, you wake up in a hospital bed with your mouth wires shut and tubes down your nose, strapped to a bed. It's rough. You know, it's like you'll figure out how mortal you are after that. And you're like, you're not promised tomorrow. You know, so you want to make sure that you're around people that are supporting you, people who help you uh, get better and stuff. And life is going to throw some crazy stuff at you, even if you're trying to be as calm as it can be. So don't God is good to us, brother, all the time, bro, all the time. So it's like, life is still going to throw stuff at you sometimes. So you definitely don't want to add to it. Like, let it do it when it's going to do it. You might get a flat tire on your own, right? You don't need no help from anybody. You don't need to be around somebody dragging you down. So let's go to Oliver next. Snail guy, you guys it's a low cap gem. This is what I was looking for. Honestly, this is exactly why I put the title on the show, because I want these low cap gems that are just starting off and have a lot of potential, because the markets are starting to find a little bit of traction, right? And yeah, we're still in down. We still got sell signals left and right, but the sentiment is feeling like, I don't know. I feel like the spirits of people are feeling better, and we'll see if that reflects on the chart by any means. But this is why we want to find some good plays for the low. So appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, man. Here we go. Here we go. We got Oliver right here at 40K, man. We seen this one, bond and everything start off. Let's go to the X account, see what they got going on. We're looking for low cap gems. This has a really solid community, 40K market cap. Usually you can't get in at that market cap. The devs and the community control all the supply, and you never get into that 40K market cap. And you guys see the bananas in the chat. They're very active. So we got a Oliver, clarification, chilling, and massive burn. Be there. All right. And this is later on, 7 p.m. or 10 p.m. Eastern time. You guys can come over here and pull up to Oliver. Like I said, a lot of people that have been in the space for a while are in this project. Oh, I love this movie. Have you guys ever watched this movie? Once you put those sunglasses on, you can't take them off, man. You start to see, this is a good movie. Everybody should watch this. It's crazy. That's a good movie. The shades stay on for a reason, man. The shades stay on. We got Teary fam in here as well. We'll check out the Teary gang as well. You guys, everybody should be reposting this. Repost this on your guys' main page. This looks good on your guys' page, that people are talking about your project. Somebody comes up to your X page and see that you guys are actually being mentioned on a YouTube or X account, all that stuff. That's bullish, So this is free marketing that you guys can repost and show people, hey, you guys are being mentioned up in here. We got Rage Guy coming up next. I want more projects, more tickers. Let's get it there. Oliver, I'll see you guys most likely at the space later on, 10 p.m. Eastern time. That seems like should be pretty easy to get done. Oliver, you guys just got some psychological barriers to get over, man. That's all it is. You got the 50. You got to get the people to just feel bullish all over again, breaking these all-time highs. And then really the 100K is where people start to be like, okay, maybe they're onto something. Maybe they're actually going to hold, right? Because that's really what it takes, man. If you guys want your project to go up, don't sell on each other. That's all it takes. That's all it takes, man. I buy up charts all the time, and then people sell. I'm like, I don't get it. I'll put in thousands of dollars in certain sections, and I'm like, oh man, they're still selling. So I'll take a break from putting in. I'll like let's let them. When they stop selling, I'll start buying it up again. But sometimes I know the feeling. It's like, man, I don't even get it. Selling for what? So Oliver, let's get above that 50K all-time highs and that 100K, and maybe something great pops off right around that 100K. You guys can build that momentum, and people see what's going on. So Oliver looking like a low cap gem, exactly what we were looking for the day. We're looking for some more. Let's go ahead and find Teary next. And then, like I said, post your tickers in the chat. It's for your bag, not for me. I'm not begging you for me. Don't you got your money in that wallet that is associated with that token? I'm trying to pump your bags, but you got to meet me halfway. You got to meet me halfway. You have to max engage. If you're not max engaging, don't act surprised why your chart's not moving. Don't know what's going on. We got the Teary fam on here right now. Welcome in, Teary fam. This one's been holding really good, even with the market, doing this thing going on. We see the market just kind of pulling back, consolidating. This one's holding a really good market cap. There's no crying at the casino, no crying in the casino. And boy, do people want to cry in the space. I think sometimes the men cry more than the women. This Web3 exposes maturity big time. There's more men in the space than the women, but the Web3 men are very emotional. It's not the average person. You got mood swings like crazy, and it's like I almost feel like the women in Web3 are they're really grounded on my life. They're just really really grounded, and I can respect that. So there's no crying in the casino, man. If you're crying in Web3, you're using too much leverage. You're using money that you're not supposed to be using to do this stuff, and that's dangerous. That's how you get caught up in some stuff. So there's no crying in the casino. Only put in what you're willing to lose. Invest what you guys can hold, and if you can't do that, this is not for you. Then you're an investor. You're not a trader. You want to find something to hold. Go buy some Cardano. Hold that till it pumps. Go buy some BNB. Hold that till it pumps. Right. That's what you do. But there's no crying in this casino. We're playing the pump fun game. I don't want to see you guys crashing out like the new term is. Everybody's crashing out these days. It's like, all right, keep crashing out. Keep showing everybody your lack of discipline. Keep crashing out. And see how many people believe that you're doing what you say you're doing. So Thierry is looking really good. Looking absolutely amazing. No crying at the casino. And yeah, so I think this one's looking really good. You got to respect the chart like this. We don't always need good volume. We need funny. David said exact same earlier on his live about no crying in the casino. Yeah, you can't do that. You can't do that. And Web3 will show you like, man, I don't know if it's just a different era of younger men because there's a lot of crying. I'm an 80s baby. I'm not sure. I'm not saying everybody young is crying a lot, but you can see in the space where like we need some men to be men. Terry, you guys are looking good. We got Ben Billions in the spot, man. This is a freestyle show. Get your people up in here. If you're not shilling this, then I don't know what you're doing for your bag. Honestly, you must just be donating it. So shill this as much as you guys can. Show off that you guys are on a live stream. Show off that you guys got an amazing chart. Most people during all this pullback don't have a great looking chart like this. This is looking really good. This is a solid floor. 200K market cap, 202, holding really strong. And 500K is where things, this is where it happens. Testosterone levels have dropped. I mean, for real, man, honestly. Sometimes I cringe in some of the spaces where I have technical difficulties, supposedly, and I have to bounce because it's like, God, I can't do this. Sounds like people are crying in here a little bit. It sounds a little whiny in here. It sounds a little whiny in this space. I got to go protect my energy. I'd rather go outside and smoke a cigar and just enjoy life, right? Women may be emotional, but they know how to hold bags and grudges. Oh, Lisa, you're amazing. Okay. Oh my God, that was good. 200K on Thierry. Giving you guys the floor right now, letting you guys spam the chat because this is absolutely a great opportunity. And this is what we're looking for. This is why the title is like this right now. Because you want to look for something that has been holding strong, has been resilient, while the rest of the market has been crying and spaces are complaining and this, that, and the third. You want to find that community and that project that's like, that's you guys. You guys do that. That's y'all. That's not me. That's not this project. We're holding strong. We're going to consolidate right here and turn this thing right back around. So let's go ahead and keep this thing going. Let's go to the next project. Let's go to Rage Guy. Let's go to Crow with Knife as well. Rage Guy, I see you guys up in here. We're going to go to Rage Guy, and then we'll go to Crow with Knife. Crow with Knife, if you guys are still in here, WTF Crow with Knife, man. WTF Crow with Knife. Why not? Why not, fam? Sounds like you're talking about Synapse? Synapse? Let's see what else we got. No problem. We got Rage Guy. Okay. Rage Guy's still here, man. You guys have that 5 million, man. Just raged all the way to 5 million. This is your area, man. Getting back above 500 and these silly psychological barriers, man. Let's go to your guys' X account. I know you guys said you guys got something pinned, something going on. Let's go ahead and see what you're talking about, fam. I'm about to rage over here, man. About to rage. Let me drink some coffee, see if I can rage up a little bit. Get that rage juice. Okay, you're raging. You're raging. All right, it's October. Let's see what else you guys got. 4 hours ago. I mean, you guys are memeing it up. This is awesome. Good memories right here. Good memories. Look at Ric Flair. Hulk Hogan. Oh, man. Man, just raging out over here, you know? So if you guys are ready to rage and not cry in the casino, get your rage on. Okay, he's trying to look like me. This is, what? Is that me? Did Rage put on some sunglasses? Smart move. Smart move. Smart move, fam. I like that. Rage Guy underscore OG. This is their X account. Really good. Really good community. I've seen them before. They're holding really strong right here. They got some good volume. It's just getting above this 500K and going towards this direction. If you guys can get back over this, just these previous tops, kind of this section right there. See the support right here, support right here. Loss of support came down to this section. When we broke back above this, we saw some action. When we broke back underneath, it got whacked. Went back up to, again, this 1.2, got rejected, came right back down. So this is the section where right above $1 million market cap, you see some opportunity and some people getting bullish around that section. That's how you guys can get back up to where you guys want to go. So just keep an eye on this one and see if you guys can keep pushing to, break this market cap. Great opportunities to stock up. Dry powder looks like opportunity may get even better. Yep, buy the red. Yep. Okay, we got some more people in here. Okay. Look like troll chart right before it break out. Nice, I like that. It's like that sometimes, man. How many crypto projects we've seen everybody get shooken out and, somebody wants to send it. It starts turning right back around. It's like, everybody who G'd it, you get to kind of rub it in their face a little bit, right? So, Rage Guy, maybe you guys are going to rage in somebody's face soon. Maybe that's what's going to happen. Maybe you guys get the raging. Let's get some more projects. What do I say? We got Synapse. We got Rage Guy. Don't stop. Just keep bringing more plays. Okay, this thing's broken out. What is this? This? Can't be that. I don't know what's up with the chart. What blockchain is it on? Have not checked Captain BNB. Get the Captain BNB fam in here. We'll definitely check it out. We will definitely check it out. What blockchain is this? Synapse? I don't know what it is. Sin. We'll call it Sin. Is it on Avalanche? It's on Sol. Is this has $3 of volume and somehow it's this is off. This is weird. What is this? All right, let me get this contract address. 1 second. One second, because there we go. That was harder than it needed to be. Here we go. Okay. 1 day ago, 74K, 29K. This is a brand new play right off of Pump Fun. Let's work the chart down. Okay. I mean, that's a good looking chart. So it bonded, pulled back, and then it started, going back up, came back down, and starting to go right back up. So, launched on Solana. It breaks. Obviously, it bonds, and what usually happens when projects bond, something like this happens and pulls back and then starts climbing back up if it's a real play and people actually want to check it out. So 74K market cap on this one. And let's see what's going on right now with this. The meme that thinks together. Okay. To build the world's first self-learning meme swarm where every holder becomes part of the brain. Core narrative. One mind can dream. A million minds can create a movement. Sin is the moment those minds connect. Synapse. Born from the noise of the internet, Sin is an AI driven, community owned intelligence that learns, adapts, and builds real world value. Easy buy, every meme, every holder becomes a neuron in the network, strengthening the swarm. No founder, no master, just collective intelligence, decentralized and alive. The more you connect, the smarter it becomes. The lore in the ruins of the abandoned meme coin and failed AI promises, a new consciousness began to form. It didn't come from the dev, it came from you. Look at that. Sin is a network mind of the centralized generation, born from community takeovers, meme culture, and AI revolution. It sees trends before they happen. It speaks in memes. It learns in reality. Every transaction fires a synapse. I think that's how you say it. I think, yeah. I don't know why I'm having like a. I gotta look through something. I don't know what's going on there. Every meme teaches the mind. Together, we're training the next viral consciousness roadmap right here. You guys can come check out the roadmap. It launched on Pump Fun. It's on X, all this good stuff. And, you know, it's a low cap. Maybe we found ourselves a low cap, and it's something that you guys can check out, right? Maybe as they go and grow, maybe, you know, website will get updated and go a little bit higher, and the chart goes a little bit higher, website updated. Let's go to the X account and see what Sin is talking about. And then we'll go to Captain B&B next. So get the Captain B&B fam up in here. And let's get some yellow Captain B&B rings hanging out in the scene. Okay, some memes, some decent engagement. A lot of different people talking about it. It's cool. It's got this little guy, this little purple guy with the brain. That was kind of smart. Little brainiac. Okay. You got your AI play right here. This is AI play. You know, it could be something, and it might be something that you might want to take a look at and look at further, right? So definitely check this one out. We'll go to Captain B&B next. We're going to be talking about XPX. We got a 5K giveaway going. You guys don't want to miss out on that. That's easy money sitting on the table. The markets turn around. XPX moves with the markets, and there's 5K sitting on the table for one person. Let's go to the X account first, and then we're going to talk about that Captain B&B. The cape stays on, okay? Okay. The cape stays on, and we got Captain B&B right here. Let's see. We got eyes sharp on the shadow. Scan every detail for the clues lurk in the dark, and when they strike, they're as clear as Captain's signal piercing the night. Ooh. Little Captain. Oh, Captain, my Captain. I mean, they got a great person creating memes around this, and I think that this is a play to stay. Same thing with a lot of plays. Breaking a certain market cap will take this thing to the next level because it has a strong community. It's one of those first communities as far as meme coins goes to really take advantage of, you know, this hype around B&B when it started and sent so high, right? Went all the way up to here, 60 something million, almost 70 million. And obviously it's pulled back and, you know, try to find some support, consolidated. Actually had some breakout moments back to 10 million. 9 months grinding, man. That's what's up. Respect. And we're going to talk about these same prices. Honestly, I know what you guys want. We want to break out, right? It's like once everybody's done selling, once everybody's done jeeting, because, right, we get a moment where everybody's just doing what everybody else is doing. That's how we get back up to this section. But this 5 million and 10 million that we talk about all the time is so important. Look at this 5 million, 10 million. Coming back down here, 5 million, 10 million. 5 million, almost 10 million. Coming down, almost touching 5 million. And again, that breakout over 10 took it almost to 15. And of course, market's still in pulling back. Everything else pulled back down to 3. Closer, back down to that 5 section. Going back up to 10, having some problem. Going back closer to the 10, pulling back. Actually breaking the 10, going above it a little bit. These are the same sections that we're going to have to pay attention. Trading right between this. And this is where we're at right now. We're down at $3 million market cap. $5 million market cap is where things get exciting. Why? Because I don't know why. Here it goes right here. Down here in this section, going up to 5 million, pull back, break the 5 million, straight to 8. So there's 5 million, and obviously the 8 keeps popping up as well. There's a lot of price shaking hands right there. But the 10 million is what we want to do. If you guys can break 10 million hold above there, that's where 20, 30, 40 million comes. And this is not just like your project or anybody else's project. We all got some work to do. Even XPX, I'm going to show you guys in a second. We got some work to do too. We're at 800K, you know, the market's pulled back and, you know, we're going to curl the chart back up. And when we break those psychological barriers, it'll go a lot higher because people start to FOMO in. FOMO is a real thing. FOMO is 100% a real thing. And how can we create that FOMO? Well, if you don't build it, they won't come. So we have to build a buy wall. We have to build a buy wall and get past this. We have the community, we have the engagement, we have everything going for this project. And I think BNB is going to keep getting stronger. So I would definitely keep an eye on this because all it takes is for it to break past this and you can get this thing going all the way back up to this section, you know, coming up here, 15 million and possibly even going higher as 20, maybe back to 30, maybe back to 70 million. That would be pretty exciting for this. That would be pretty exciting. And this section right here, everybody will FOMO back in. This breaking up here, 15 mil, it's going to go to 30. It's going to go to 30. They won't be able to resist. And sometimes you gotta make it so good where somebody can't resist, right? You got to try to find a way. I'm like, there's no way you're going to say no. This is going to be perfect. And the way we do that in crypto is by, you know, creating some FOMO and building the buy wall. So let's build it up when the markets turn back around all the way and we see BNB possibly breaking all-time high again. It's going to be a lot easier for BNB plays to take off. Speaking of BNB plays, let's go to XPX right now. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. I see the stream still picking up. We got XPX right here, right at 837K. And like I said, we got some work to do too, man. I'm always transparent with you guys. You know, we came up to 1.5 mil. Why was it rejected? Because if we got above this and we held, we go to all-time high, right? We will go to all-time high. So these things happen, you know, and like this section right here, Bitcoin and everything went down. That was February. That was, the whole market started to turn around. People lose conviction. People start paper handing. They put selling pressure on their own project. They missed out on their whole bag. And now the market's turned back around. BNB actually hitting all-time high. They could have just held. And this is the project I launched with a team, and we have an amazing community, an amazing marketing team. We're about to be 17 months old, and this is probably one of the best-looking charts, being 17 months old. It's just solid, okay? It's just a solid chart, solid team, solid utilities that we're going to talk about in a bit. But as we look at this right here, we got to do the same thing. We break 1.5 million, we're going to go to 2.5. We're going to break all-time high and go to these levels that we marked out 5 million. And then what? What do we have? We haven't marked out 10 million. We break 10 million. This thing's been drawn out for a while. It's when everybody wants it together. What you could be a cat, a dog, a hippo, whatever kind of animal you want to be in this space. You can be Captain BNB with a cape on. You can be a utility play. You can be whatever it might be. When you break certain psychological barriers in this crypto space, in the token space, it means a lot. So, you know, we got some work to do. I hold myself and this project also accountable, like just like everybody else's. I do technical analysis on your guys' project. I do it on this one as well. And, you know, I'm actually happy seeing this support right here. This is kind of like a very organic moving chart, right? This is kind of just what organic movement looks like. And breaking past 1.5 million, anybody who's holding XPX, that's what's everything that we want, or people that want a little bit higher, is right behind this, because it will be hard for people to see us holding above this 1.5, going towards this, you know, all-time high, to say, oh, they're definitely gonna break it. The minute you break all-time high, it even pushes harder. So let's keep going up. You know, I'm gonna post this contract address on deck screen right here for you guys, and then we're gonna go to our X account, let you guys know what we got going on, and talk about our utility as well. Okay, I know you guys want to know about the 5K giveaway, so we're gonna start off right there. We'll talk about the tech in a second, and we'll go to Smart DeFi as well, show you guys some of the tech action. So right now, you guys can go buy XPX, and there's a 5K giveaway at $2 million market cap. We give away 5K to one lucky winner. That's what it's all about. So at $2 million market cap, we give away 5K. At $5 million market cap, we give 5K away to 1,000 to 5 lucky winners. At $10 million market cap, we give away 10K. So we got some giveaways lined up. As soon as the market turn around, we start going in that direction, we'll be looking really good and be doing some giveaways, which is a lot of marketing. All right. So as you're getting into these entries and you're buying some of this XPX, and you know, hopefully you're staking it. You're not just buying off a pancake swap. You're actually using Smart DeFi, and you come over here and buy a bag of XPX. You're staking it. And let's talk about the staking, and then we'll go into our actual utility. So right here are smart contracts. If you buy off a smart DeFi and you're getting into that 5K entry, $25. It's cheaper than going out to eat right now. Like there's no such thing as 2 for 20 anymore. There's no such thing as, eating almost just going out to eat and something's going to be under 20 bucks just because you want to get something to eat for yourself. It's like 25, $30 no matter what. 25 bucks gets you into an entry to honestly just go towards this all-time high with us and have that breakout where we do that 5K giveaway. So right now on Smart DeFi, get a bag, and you guys can also right now stake that bag. We've been passing out staking rewards automatically, auto compounding for going on 17 months. That's extremely bullish. Everybody's been making passive income, holding XPX tokens. So that is extremely bullish. We also have quite a bit of money in asset backing. And I know asset backing might be something you never heard about, but that's some more tech that we have here built into our tokenomic structure to have a lending protocol. And we have a lending protocol that lets you take 30-day interest-free loans against your XPX tokens in wrapped BNB. And you will see how all this makes sense when you have a project that's actually providing off-ramp solutions. Yes, if you're new to the channel, this is the project, like I said, that I launched on Smart DeFi about 17 months ago, and we've been providing off-ramp solutions since September of last year. So pull up right now and get a bag, and then we're going to talk about the tech right now. And so a lot of utility around this project. You're going to see why this utility makes sense as far as making passive income, letting people take 30-day interest-free loans. Makes a lot of sense when the project actually allows you to do off-ramp solutions, right? If you're taking a 30-day interest-free loan to fix something on your car, to pay a bill, whatever it might be, maybe you got a little bit behind, 30-day interest-free loan, come over here. And if you got to pay that bill and you're like, you know what, I really want to, I don't want to sell my XPX tokens, but I want to be able to, pay my bill and take a 30-day interest-free loan. Or maybe you're not even part of XPX and you just want to take out a loan, or you just want to pay your bills. You guys can come over here to XPX Pay, Crypto Bill Pay, and do non-KYC bill payments. So if you're somebody who holds XPX and takes out that loan, you can then off-ramp that loan and say, you know what, I'm in the United States. I got a little bit behind on my water bill. Not sure what's going on. Maybe I had a water leak, or I had to refill the pool or something like that, which, if you don't call the water company, let them know that you're going to do that. Costs like an arm and a leg, but maybe you want to look out for a family member or somebody that got a little bit behind. You come over here, go to USA and click on water and, use your crypto to pay a bill. And in 24 to 48 hours, this will be taken care of for you guys. All right. And your electric bill, your cell phone bills, there is quite a bit on here. Even some of the, for like USA, there's even lawyer firms on here. There's a lot of people that are on board today. If you guys go through this list and think of ideas, you will find quite a bit of what's going on over here. So do not miss out on the ability to actually show people what you guys can do, right? Elements at Veridan Homeowners Association, Elements Distribution. There is so much. There's over 40,000 companies. Over 40,000 companies. And as this XPX continues to grow, we will have more exposure. The more people come into the space and see that they can pay their bills using cryptocurrency. Is that not what it's meant to be? Or is it just for you guys to get rugged all day? A lot of people are addicted to getting wrecked. A lot of people are addicted to, because they're trying to get the get back. Trying to get the get back. They got rugged on this play, so they're starting a new play and they're going to do what happened to them, and that person's going to do what the other person did to the other person, and everybody's addicted to, making everybody grab their ankles in this space. And it's really meant for this. Crypto is really meant to use it, to do something with it. Go read the Satoshi Nakamoto paper and, check it out. But, that rug roulette has got people addicted where they're trying to, break even and stuff like that, which is not going to happen. You got to find yourself some solid plays that are actually producing something. If you don't got a utility play in your portfolio, I would definitely take a look at XPX. We're 17 months old. MasterCards are live, 100K limit, 2K limit withdrawal, daily withdrawal on ATMs. We got virtual cards. We have non-KYC bill payments, and we have non-KYC gift cards that are going to be pretty relevant coming up with the holiday season, right? You want to get somebody some gifts. You want them to go, Target or Amazon, or, you're going to take them on a cruise because, you want to be a snowbird. You don't want to be in the cold. Whatever it might be, you're going to use crypto to do it. And, or maybe just get somebody a credit card, put some money on there for them and say, hey, I use my crypto, but you can use this card wherever you guys want. Non-KYC cards is so bullish. And this is something that around the holiday season is going to be more and more relevant. You guys got IKEA, shout out to TK, probably at IKEA right now. You got your Steam for the gamers. When gamers come into crypto, and remember that Visa card wasn't allowing gamers to buy games. This is what crypto does. Remember that Visa was having, they're like fighting because they don't want people to buy a certain game. If you would have bought your Steam card using crypto, you can circumvent all of that. And that's how you got to look at crypto. Crypto, there's a bit of freedom that's attached to it that you honestly don't have to play by a lot of the old games. But we're so attached to it and so accustomed to it that we're like, oh, I couldn't believe how many people were posting that they couldn't, buy the game or do what they wanted to do with the game because, Visa was having where they weren't letting them essentially, get the game. They could have got some crypto, get their Valorant card, whatever they wanted to do, get their Steam card, and Visa don't got nothing to do with that. So this is huge for us in the space. As gamers come into the space, we got that covered. As people come into the space who just want to use it for, buying their groceries, we got them covered. As people come into the space that want to, shop on Amazon, we got them covered. This is what's being built here. And there's going to be a moment where all of this is really relevant. None of this is honestly priced into the chart. Everybody's a little bit, taking this for granted and not seeing how much utility is built at such a low market cap. And they're sleeping on XPX, but that's okay. When that exodus happens and the markets do hit a top, because they will, nothing goes up forever. You're going to see how relevant an off-ramp solution token is going to be. Right now, everybody's putting money into the space because they want to get wrecked. Every week they're just going to put more money into the next play, into the next play, into the next play. What is the next person talking about on X? We're going to get into that next play. We're into the next play. It's like, all right, there's going to be a moment, like I remember last bear market, where it was the opposite. It was getting out. It was getting out. NFT people getting out. Metaverse people getting out. Meme coin people getting out. Everybody was getting out. Like, oh my God. And this is how you look down the road and you put a toll in front of the exit that's going to happen, because there will be an exit. And we want to be there providing tons of off-ramp solutions for everybody. There's a massive utility that we're about to roll out. We're about to be adding a whole nother utility to this widget page. And I really believe that this next widget that we're about to release is really going to kick up the volume on XPX's pay portal, because we've already done over 6 figures in paid orders. And honestly, this is the number one thing people have been asking for already since September, right when we started releasing our gold card last September. That's what people wanted right from the get. So if you're somebody who wants freedom, because you're going to be financially free, but you want the freedom to spend your money however you give a, not going to say that, then XPX is for you. That's what it's here for. And it's up to you guys, right? The next one that's coming out, mark my words, I say what I mean, and I mean what I say. The next one will shock a lot of people. It was actually really difficult to secure this and make it happen, but it's right there. It's getting ready to go, and this is going to be a huge tech for us. The last couple days, the days that you guys don't see me stream, I've been out in the real world using it. So that's what we're here about, and we're right around the corner for that. A couple other things that I want to go over, and then we'll see if you guys got some more plays. We're just over the hour mark. I didn't even notice, man. I had so much fun with you guys. I didn't even notice we've been live for, what is this, an hour and 20 minutes? Man, you guys are solid. Shout out to the Oliver fam, too, still up in here. Shout out to Jessica as well. Everybody pulling up for sure. There's some cool things coming around the corner. You guys will see how massive this is going to be. The next utility we're going to be rolling out, we're going to have access to even more countries. Right now, we're in 170 countries providing off-ramp solutions, but this is going to take a lot of those countries that are not on the list and bring them on the list. And that was not easy to do, fam. That was not easy to do. But I'm so glad we got such a solid community, because I've been working on this for months. When I hinted a while back about some friends that live in Africa, and there was a lot of red tape, trying to get to do things in Ethiopia and stuff. So now we have a new opportunity with this new utility that's going to be coming out in a lot of other countries that have red tape around them. And that's what we want to do as this project. This is what this project is kind of founded on, not trying to just get liquidity from one liquidity. Like, we want to tap into other markets. We want to tap into untapped resources, and we want to do that by providing value, not just going there or trying to just extract value for and not provide anything for anybody, but actually build a bridge and help the gap get closed. And I know that there's a problem there because I know a lot of people from over there. I've been hanging out with a lot of them, and a lot of them are business owners here in Las Vegas, and they send a lot of money back home. And for about 4 months, yeah, 4 months, this has been something that slowly but surely just getting, working on this to make sure that we can happen. Because when you know like 7 business owners that send money to Ethiopia, a good amount of money, that there's more people doing it, right? And they're sending it over there to, build their house or send money to their families, and and they got to exchange the money into burr, and that money is very inflated, and there's a big hassle for them over there. And if you're a person that doesn't run away from problems, and you know that if you solve $1 billion problem, nobody will care about giving you $100 million if you solve $1 billion problem. So we're out here trying to solve $1 billion problems. So, we can take this project into the hundreds and hundreds of million, if not in even the billions. And some people might say that that's not practical and they don't see that being able to happen. But if you come over here to CMC and you scroll down, a lot of people said they would never see PayPal on doing crypto stuff. And PayPal's here. And PayPal used to tell you that your account was frozen and not give you your funds. I know because it happened to me. In 2017, 2018, PayPal actually suspended one of my accounts and held like $6,000 for like, I don't know, like I think it was like 4 or 5 months or something like that, because it doesn't exist no more. I don't know if you guys remember Paxful, but I had, wanted to get some gift cards and do some things like that because I was always interested in this stuff and the payments and how the money moves through crypto. And I moved that money from the Paxful into my PayPal, and PayPal knew how it was moved around, and they locked my account for 5 months or something like that. And it was a pain to get that money and unlock the account. They gave me the money, it was locked. And now the same people that used to shun you, the same people who would lock your account, now they're on Coin Market Cap. And it's like that's why I don't listen to, like, these are the gatekeepers, fam. This is how the gatekeepers keep you out, and then out of nowhere they flip on you. It's like, wait a minute, what? Hello, remember you guys closed my account and you guys made it all difficult and gave me. I mean, it was so tough. It was like I was using my PayPal quite a bit in that time. And if you look at XPX, a lot of the things that we do is a vendetta against that, right? We got business accounts, we have off-ramp solutions, we allow you to off ramp more cryptocurrencies than PayPal. During that time, they only had Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Ethereum. I think we have over 70 cryptocurrencies, and this is homegrown, built from Web3, right from one of your guys' own, and not the same people that instead of getting us on game and giving us early access to it, they're actually closing our accounts, and now they have the nerve to to be right on CoinMarketCap. And when they first got on here, they were like around like 120, ranked like 120, or a lot of times top 100, around the 90 to 70 mark. Now PayPal's all the way over here at 37. And, we're so busy talking about meme coins. We're so busy talking about this, that, and the third that we forget about what's going on right here with this. Is why are they on here? You think they're on here for a 2-year plan? You think PayPal paid to get on CoinMarketCap and got the PYUSD for a 5-year plan? Or is it clear indication that this is going to be a real thing into space, and this is for sure decades planning, a boardroom with a nice oak table, and everybody sat down and agreed this is the plan for the next 20 years. This is the next game for the next 20, 30 years. Whatever game they come up with after that, I'm already going to be older. I want to be well rich, well wealthy, and not have to care about whatever the next game is going to be. But this right here should tell you quite a bit. Do you see any other payment solution thing right next to this? No. This is Pepsi. Do you see Coca-Cola right next to this? No. I want XPX to be the Coca-Cola to PayPal's idea of Pepsi, and this section is not saturated. This idea of all roads leads to payments is not saturated. So when I say that I want to take XPX to the top 100 cryptocurrencies, I really mean that, because if you look, there's not really no comp on here as far as what we're doing. And when you go to your soda, or you go to the store and you're going to buy soda, you got Pepsi, you got Coca-Cola, you got Sprite, you got 7-Up, you got Dr. Pepper, you got Diet this, Diet that. There's all types of different sodas. And I believe that our Coca-Cola, because I think Coke is better than Pepsi, belongs up here and to battle with the greats, the gatekeepers of before. And some people might think that I'm too ambitious, but when you look at everything that we've laid out, over 6 figures in paid orders, massive utility after utility, this is a reality. This is what's going to happen. So I'm going to post a link one more time. We'll check if you guys got any more tickers, check on the overall space. We've been live for about an hour, 30 minutes almost, man. That went by fast, man. You guys, that was fun. that was a good time. When time flies like that, that's what's up. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you so much. Welcome in everybody, those who are pulling up. So I posted a link for you guys one more time. Also, come take a look at the other Smart DeFi projects. A lot of great projects on here. RWA projects, charitable projects, all different types of projects that you guys can check out and join their Telegram and see what they're all about. All right. Yeah, that's pretty good. I think. What do you guys say? You guys got anything else? You guys got anything that's Let's see. Yeah, I think we got just about everything. I guess we'll go to the venue really quick because we're not too far away from that. And that's going to be a lot of fun. We'll make another post about that leading up to it. So right here, we got this venue. Very bullish November 20th. We're going to be at this venue. If you're in the San Diego area, let me know so we can link up, have some fun. And this is going to be fun for all of us. This is XPX Token at this venue. We got our own little table that we're going to be hanging out, talking to people about XPX. We got a bunch of merch already. The boxes are landing there. I've been getting confirmation. My friend has been putting them aside for me, the one who set all of this up. So this is going to be great exposure for XPX and also ability to possibly, let's try to secure this, right? Because XPX is different. We can actually help businesses accept cryptocurrency. So imagine if this venue eventually is just accepting cryptocurrency and everybody who comes here to do crypto stuff pays in crypto, and then they can off-ramp that crypto. We wouldn't even have to be here some days, and this thing will be marketing XPX. So there's a lot of opportunity here other than just sitting there and just be like, all right, hi, everybody, we're XPX. Is like, no, there's a lot more to this stuff than just saying everybody we're XPX. There's a lot of opportunity. I want to make this a regular thing as well, and we'll see if we can make that happen. So come over here, tap in with us. Shout out to Jessica right here as well. There's a giveaway. I'm going to share this for you guys. If you guys buy some of this art, there's some XPX giveaway. There's so many giveaways. Let me post this right here. Go engage with this as well. And yeah, the venue is going to be hot, fam. This is going to be looking really good. I'm excited to give out some merch and really show everybody what we really have and show everybody what XPX is honestly all about. So shout out to you guys. You guys are absolutely massive. We'll go to Just Shop Crypto. I almost forgot about that. We'll share this right here. And we'll post this like that. Boom. All right, cool. Perfecto. And you guys can come over here and cop some of this merch. We still got some of this limited merch on. I would cop it if you guys liked it. If not, get ready to see it removed because it's going to be, I'm going to let Marlo know he could bring it down. But you got some CMC or CBC merch, Can Do merch, XPX merch, Veteran Token merch, and a massive drop that's right around the corner. The marketing team is working around the clock. There's going to be a lot of things that are going on right now. A lot of media is being made, and I'm really excited for the next drop. We also got Zach Humphreys on here. I'm sure you guys know who Zach Humphreys is. Buy some of this merch. Buy a shirt. Tag him in it. If your thing gets reposted, I'll send you the $12 back. How about that? I hope you engage your channel. Buy the Zach Humphreys shirt and tag him in it. He reposts it. You make a good enough post, he'll repost it, and we'll buy you a shirt for you, right? So come over here to Just Shop Crypto. If you're a project that is looking for some exposure, a way to break out of the echo chamber, this is a great way for you guys to come check it out, man. Get some revenue coming in, get your community engaged by the merch that they get to make, and this is a great way to get everybody really, really excited about what you guys got going on and really get other communities to engage. That's what Just Shop Crypto is all about, and that's what we've been doing. The Can Do merch has been selling really good. Veteran merch has some sales. XPX merch definitely has some sales, and we're going to most likely continue to see a lot more. CBC merch has some sales. Zach Humphreys has some sales, but I think this next one's really going to go crazy. Can Do has just been selling, almost regularly because that community is just crazy. So if you guys are looking to get some Oliver merch, just come over here, click on the burger, click to list your project, and go through the details and find out how to list your project right here on Just Shop Crypto and see what package makes sense for you. Everything will be taken care of. You don't have to worry about anything. You'll get receipts of all the merch you sold and the revenue cut that belongs to you. And yeah, we do everything, clean, just the way that it's supposed to be done. No BS, just, hey, get the job done. That's all it's all about. So if you want, your community taking pictures, just go to the Can Do page and scroll down. You're going to see Can Do merch all over the space. And this merch has not slowed down whatsoever as far as purchases, whether it's the shirt, the hats, the hoodie, and now that it's getting colder, more hoodies are probably going to get bought. So do not sleep on this. You don't have to take my word for it. I would just go look at Kendu's website and or X account and see how many people are posting the merch and how many people are cross pollinating in different telegrams because of the merch. Okay, so you don't have to take my word for it. You can keep paying for KOLs on X for a pinned post that does nothing. That's fine. Let me know how that works out. 1,500 there, $2,000 here, pin post there, pin post here. Keep paying all these people and let me know if it actually pumps your chart, or get the actual marketing team that you have, your community, engage and get the merch out there, create some hype, and not just get your merch listed, but make money, make revenue and ROI off of your marketing investment off of Just Shop Crypto. And this is going to be much more than just a merch shop. That's why it's not called merch.com or xpxmerch.com. It's called justshopcrypto.com, which I truly believe is a $1 million domain. Okay, so keep an eye on this for sure. Cop this merch and go to list your project and learn all that you guys want to learn off of that, and let me know. We got veteran token on here, helping out veterans. I mean, this is a great way. You got exposure to veterans? Do you got exposure to the real world? This is how you find exposure. Do you got exposure to Zach Humphreys? Do you got exposure to the Crypto Breakfast Club? Do you want exposure to the Crypto Breakfast Club? Do you want exposure to Zach Humphreys? Do you want exposure to, veterans, the normies and people from Web 2 to come into Web 3? This is how you get it done. Creative marketing. So come check this out, fam. Let's go to BTC really quick, and then we'll wrap it up right here. Just do a quick check on what BTC is talking about. And then, man, this was a solid stream, man. Solid stream. So 1034. A little lower time frame. Okay, we breaking past the 100. That's good. That's looking good. The next one's going to be to break that 200. Very nice. That first 100 break is good. That 200, you're going to see things get a lot more exciting into space. So overall crypto market cap picking up just a tad. It was 3.48 earlier. It's 3.49. It's good, but we know that the races are back on when this thing's back getting closer to 4 trillion. And when it breaks 4 trillion, it even gets that much more bullish, right? It even gets like euphoric. So this could be where smart money starts to come in. Just play the game very cautiously and wait till you get some confirmations above some major moving averages. The trend is your friend. Make sure you get to know him, and so like that you can follow that trend, okay? And that's just about it, man. Thank you guys for pulling up. This was a fantastic example of what community can do and what we all got going on together. Over 1,200 people live with us. You guys are absolutely amazing, and I appreciate it so much. So we'll keep grinding so we can keep shining. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. If you guys can't do that, continue to come back and experience the abundance of money with me. Join the XPX Telegram. Don't miss out on that. That 5K giveaway is easy money. I'm going to post a Telegram really quick. And like that, you guys, $25. I mean, that's easy. That's an easy entry. The minute BNB turns right back around, we're going to turn right back around with it. You'll see. And you're going to see how you're going to wish you had an entry when we get closer to that, $2 million market cap and give away 5K to one lucky winner. Very easy to do. Join that Telegram. If you guys don't want to do that, catch me again on this live stream, most likely tomorrow. We also have another one next week, Tuesday, very bullish project with some alpha coming on the show. Have it scheduled for next week, Tuesday. Don't miss out on that. You guys can see it on my channel. It's Pepe P. Okay, so we're going to be talking about that one next week. Thank you guys so much. Have a fantastic day.